Let's if you'll just start us off, general thoughts on your team this year.
I'm very excited for this team. Specifically on the offensive side, I feel like we got a lot of weapons and we've gained a lot of guys, some guys that I know of from back home. We gained a lot of weapons around the running back position, receiver position, and the quarterback position. So I'm just ready to put it all together and see what we can put up and put up a lot of numbers this year.
If anybody has questions for Noah down in the chat, let me know. Looks like Scott, do you have one first?
Sure. Just for you as a guy who had such a really good year last year, what made you? I mean, there are so many people now who are just jumping in the portal immediately because you have good numbers, and it's just like a free for all. What made you want to come back to Charleston Southern? What made you want to return rather than the portal thing and try to go big time or whatever? Because that's kind of the common thing to do now.
I'm not even gonna lie and say that I haven't, had people come up to me and ask me those same questions, but I also tell them the same thing. I got love for the school, and there's a reason I'm here now that I'm not somewhere else from my freshman year. So I obviously have a belief in this team that we can, go far. I believe it can develop me as a player, and I just feel like it's a good fit for me. So I don't think there's any reason for me to want to leave, if I'm doing well where I'm at and if I, have the opportunity to be even better.
That is a good answer. Dan, go ahead.
No, how's it going, man? Dan with the NBC station here in town.
How you doing, Dan?
I'm not too bad. You just mentioned all the weapons that you guys had. What do you think that y'all need to do to kind of take that next step this coming season?
Just execute. Just execute. We have all the weapons. We know what we got to do. We already have a plan out. Now we just got to put it together and execute. That's simple as that.
I know obviously this coming season is a new year, but I know you guys did not finish the way that you wanted to last year. Is that being used at all as kind of motivation going into this year?
Always being used as motivation. Every time we have a workout, we thinking about how we did last year and what we can do different in order to be different from last year. We wanted something to change. We want to do the same thing over and over again. As everybody know, that's the definition of insanity. And don't nobody want to do that. Don't nobody want to be labeled as insane. So we were obviously using that as a chip on our shoulder to get better.
Going off that, what about? I know obviously you and your guys are competitors. What do you make of the schedule, especially the first couple of weeks? Citadel, Furman, Richmond. Kind of what do you make of the schedule this coming season?
I love it. I love competition. I've always been about competition. So when I don't really go into it by myself to see how good the teams are, and I kind of let the films show me what I need to know. But from the hype that I hear, I love competition. I love being the underdog at the same time. If someone believes that other teams are better than we are, then I love to go prove them wrong.
Noah, what you had a really obviously successful freshman year. What do you attribute like your quick acclimation to and your success? Sometimes people come in and struggle out of the gate as a freshman. What things did you do to be successful?
A lot of it is mental. Been mental since I was young. A lot of it is just act like you've been here before. If you act like you've been here before, there won't be no pressure and it won't be enough pressure to knock you off your game. A lot I like to think about, me and my dad, we like to talk about a lot. Um, Pressure is only as heavy as you make it. So if you believe that you where you're supposed to be and you can hang with the big dogs and do whatever you want and act like and just believe that with your whole heart, then you should be able to do it. And if it's not possible and it's not happening, that's just God telling you that it's not your opportunity yet. That don't mean it's over though.
And then I want to give you a chance to brag on your teammate. Tell us something about Devontae since he just said something about you a few minutes ago.
Leader. One of the older guys on our team, you can always come to him, ask him about anything. He'll be real friendly with you. Make sure that you straight. Make sure that you don't got nothing going on. Make sure that you know where you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to be doing it. Just make sure you're one of the top performing guys in your position, even though he's not where you're at. He'll let you know and make sure that you're working just as hard as he is.
Well, no, thank you so much for your time this morning. Best of luck to you this season.
Of course, thank you so much.